$5 Games presents King of Fighters 13. Did I have fun? Yes. I'll briefly cover my impressions of each character at the end. The last time I touched a fighting game was 12 years ago. So yeah, I lost my first round of combat. The plot for the arcade mode is that there's a fighting tournament, the villain grabs the MacGuffins in the background and turns into a boss for you to fight at the end. The plot for the story mode is that I didn't see it until I was rewatching the footage. I'm sorry. Gameplay wise, it was a bit overwhelming given someone who always maps their keys like a first person shooter, which considering that ASD were already taken by player 2, ended up in a spaghetti cluster mashup of doom, followed by 20 minutes of me trying to understand what this was in the tutorial. Then again, the tutorial might just be broken anyways because I didn't always do what it asked me to, but it would pass me anyways. One thing that I ended up really liking about the game was the random team selector in the arcade mode because it actually randomized which team I was using every fight even when I won, meaning that I got a taste of what each character was like. The mid-bosses, bosses, and super bosses were all really fun as well, except getting constantly grabbed by this guy for 5 freaking years. Sure would be a shame if his AI didn't know how to handle a particular attack. Yep. I also felt a great sense of accomplishment when I managed to beat the mid-boss with just one character that I had never played before, except in Metal Slug, but that doesn't count. At the end of the game, I really wanted to beat my hand against the final boss, but I was way out of time. For someone who hasn't touched a fighting game in 12 years, I was simply glad that I was able to even get to him. Unfortunately, there was a glitch I had to deal with when I started the game. It would read my inputs multiple times until I swapped it from full screen to windowed full screen. It also froze once, but I think that was also tied to the full screen setting as well. Here's my impression of each character. Sets things on fire with his hands. Sends out lightning and gets struck by lightning. Didn't play, but I think he slaps people. Punches the ground. Felt solid and likes to elbow people. Died before I saw what he did. Likes to send out flame projectiles. Kept pretending to attack. He has an uppercut. The AI flew around with this guy using dash kicks, but I never managed to pull one off. Likes attacking the air and throwing out both legs to kick. Crazy jumping person who's more slicey and kicky. Crazy jumping person who's more grabby and slammy. Short range teleport stab. Attacks you through the ground. Punches with his whole body. Likes to do flips. Likes to jump around the screen. Seems to counter and grab me. Bouncy and nimble. I'm talking about the gameplay. Tried to do something and failed. Sets things on fire while phasing in and out of existence. Slides around and stabs with icicles. Robot with a long wind up on his attacks. Teleporting magical girl. Poses a stance with each attack for extra impact. Also his special hits you 50 times. Drunken master monk. Military man with exploding hands. Punctual biceps. Jumps around slicing. There's also this guy. He has a stick. Subscribe, I do 5 of games each week. Like and comment if you want. Consider picking this game up instead of buying tickets for a wrestling match.